Hey everybody, Jaws Jr. here for yet another rock time adventure. Something different again today. But of course, I am still here at the temporary world headquarters of Jaws Jr. Entertainment, also known as Crappy View Farms. The wind has finally eased up this morning. And now that I have my coffee and I can start functioning, I want to show you some of my cabochons that I've made. And we'll go through and show you some of them. It's been a while since I've done that. Some of you don't even realize I make them. So, we're going to sit here with our morning cup of coffee and some very beautiful pieces. So we're going to start off talking about these first three. This one over here. Let's do some stuff here to show you what we got. So let's go ahead and measure this one out. This is a very long cabochon. That is roughly 62, let's just call it about 62.6 millimeters by 21.6. And it's a typical thickness for me, 6.5 millimeters thick. This particular one is from Beers Mountain, Biggs area. You remember where I took the group of people where they met us in Rufus, Oregon, and we talked to Jay, and Jay took us up to a mine up on private property up on Beers Mountain, and we dug this material out. That's incredible. Just stuff is fun to work, and it takes a pretty good polish too. Now this heart, kind of my specialty, if we can keep you out of the shadows. .33 by, well, let's call it the roughly 31. Yep, 31. And it is a little bit thinner at 5.1. Or is that? No, 5.8. No, 5.3. There we go. We'll call it that. 5.3 millimeters thick. This is from the Waihee area of Oregon and on the Oregon-Idaho border. This piece came to me from part of the Vancouver haul from, geez, a year and a half, was it 2.5 years ago? But this turned out nice. This is one of my better hearts I've done. The girdle is nice and even all the way around. Just a nice piece of work. This next one here. Now, some people might think this is moss agate, and they wouldn't be too far off, but it is actually the core of a thunder egg. This came out of the middle of the woods haul. It is 39.3 by 23, almost 24. This is a thinner one, because I didn't cut it, 5.6. This is the core of a Valley View thunder egg. It's the thunder egg that's got the green. And I'm telling you, this stuff is incredible. I actually have another one here. Let's go ahead and pull this one here out. I'm not going to worry about measuring it. This here's also another Valley View Thunder Egg core. And look at the fortification lines in that. Look at that. Now, both of these were taken from the same slab. Both backsides are polished. Good polishing minus fingerprints on the surface. Not an aggressive dome, it's just kind of a pretty mild dome on it. And as you see, this one here, you don't need to measure it. It's a little bit smaller than the teardrop. But yeah, this stuff here was fascinating to work. And I've never worked a core of a Thunder Egg before into anything, and I've got some slabs of it from where other people have cut it. I have not cut any myself into slabs. So it was fun to work this and being able to keep some of the rhyolite in it. And that adds a lot of character into it. Now this particular one here also has some areas in here it's kind of reflecting differently. Kind of sparkly, but I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up or not. So let me go ahead and put these 4 up, and I'll get out some more, and we'll talk about those. These 3, we'll start off with one here on the left. Some of you may know or remember the new material found from Wasco County, and that's what this is. Stuff takes a brilliant shine, fairly easy to work, backside's nice and polished. This stuff was a pleasure to work, and it is 35 by 20.7, and it is 6.7 millimeter thick. Fun stuff to work. Not very many people in the world have that. This is a moss agate star. Let's see if we can do here for you. I'm not going to measure this guy because this one here you don't need to measure it. It is flat, so there's no dome to it. And a lot of the stars I make are going to be that way. They're just going to be flat, roughly 5 millimeters thick. And some of them are going to be pointed at the tips, and some of them are going to be rounded, just based off of what I want to do at the time. So, keep you out of the shadows. Both of my stars, see that one, that side there, this is the very first star I made. And you can see there's still some marks here on the back side of it. But that's okay, because this one here taught me how to do the others. And see that one there has got the marks on it too. But I don't care. This is my first one. And it turned out incredible. Now I have learned a lot since then. And this one here is like the second or third one I've made. It's not perfect. The other ones I've made, other people have claimed them and they've gone to new homes. So both sides are nice and polished on this one. And this is a moss agate as well, a different type of moss agate. So first one, like the third or fourth one I've made, and all the other ones I've made are now gone. Let me put that one up here. Now this guy here is special to me. It is my wrong turn jasper. I found it because we were out rock hounding and I made a wrong turn, and we found a bunch of this. Let's get you so you can see the colors better on that. Now this stuff here, it takes a polish, but also has a tendency of doing some undercutting, which almost gives it a sense of a little bit of texture to it. But the colors in this thing are just remarkable. I love that material. It does crack easily. It does have a lot of fractures in it. But, you know, that's Mother Nature for you. She's a challenge to work with her material. We just have the blessings of being able to see this stuff. But, yeah, really like this here. Wrong turn jasper. I haven't seen anybody name it anything else. I've never seen it out there before. So, that's what I call it. Wrong turn jasper. Tell me I'm wrong. Okay, here's some more material here. This one here, Gary Green. Larsenite, Freedom Jasper, Gary Green, all the same, but most people know it as Gary Green. Again, this was a small slab that I acquired from the middle of the woods hall, I believe this one came from. Made this cute little bullet-shaped cabochon. Thing is fantastic. Nice shine, even girdle all the way around. Backside is cleaned up and nice and shiny as well. See the even girdle around it. Stuff is an amazing piece. This next one here, I forgot to measure that for you. So this one here, this Gary Green, is, whoops, re-zero it. Roughly 43 by 19, and it is thinner at 5.6. Graveyard point blue maggot. Nothing else needs to be said about that. Graveyard point. Those who know that this is some incredible material. It's a little bit bigger than the previous one there. It's 52.8. 18.9. And it's a little bit thicker, I believe. 6.9, 6.8. But yes, graveyard point blue maggot. It is translucent, so you can see through it, of course. So it's that piece too. Stuff is really good to work. Doesn't really undercut. Takes a great polish. Very appealing on the eye to look at. Now this one here is a very odd piece of Montana moss agate. You can see it's definitely translucent. It is a smaller cabochon at roughly 27 by roughly 30.7, and it is thin. 4.4. But this one here, see, you can tell it's translucent. But that is an incredible little incredible piece. That was a lot of fun to make. It was a challenge for me because it's thinner than what I normally go. But that's okay. That was a good learning experience. And that's one thing about making these cabochons is you will always be learning. You're going to always learn something new with the different material you get. You will still have some, no matter how much experience you have, that you screw up, that just don't come out right. But you just do your best with it. And that's the only best advice I can give is you do your best with these. So let me go get you some more here. And this video is getting a little longer than I was anticipating, so let's go ahead and do another 3 real quick, and then we'll call this one up an end. So let me get 3 more for you. Okay, the final 3 that we're going to talk about today. First one here, Missouri lace agate from Haunted Ridge. Kristen sent myself and Michael Van Dyke a couple of boxes of some of this material. And this is one of the examples of it. We did a opening or unboxing of this stuff, and I can't remember if I've ever actually talked about that since. I don't think this Missouri lace agate's been featured in any more of my videos for you guys. But again, that's an incredible piece. The camera's not doing this one justice. But it is truly incredible. This one here is 37.4 by 25.7 millimeters. Since this is one that I cut, I did cut it a little bit thinner than my typical, and so the finished size on this, finished thickness on this one here is 5.8 millimeters. But it's got a really nice dome on it, really even, very nice crisp even girder around the edge. Backside is even nice and polished, as with all of my cabochons, or almost all of them. But yeah, that one there just turned out really good. Now this one here is a small scrap piece of petrified wood I had, and I just made that one freehand, and this is how it turned out. Very nice little piece. Agatized petrified wood. It might have came from the Willamette River, not exactly sure. But yeah, it's, again, just like the others, really nice even girder all the way around it. Good simple dome, highly polished. It is 37.1 roughly by 21.1, and it is thinner. Still, no, 5.6, not too bad. But no, this one here turned out, and what was nice about that was literally a piece of scrap. None of my scrap goes to waste, and if I can do something with it other than tumbling it, I'm going to. I'm going to also be making a bunch of smaller cabochons, even smaller than this. Now, the final one for the day. Biggs area jasper. From the general area is the first one. But I'm not exactly sure which location of Biggs. I don't know if this is China Hollow or Highway 97 or Deschutes River. But look at the dendrites in that thing. It's got some incredible dendrites with the patterns. And with this one here, let's go ahead and do the measurement on it. It is 36.3 by 24.3 by, that's about my typical thickness right there, 6.6. As you can tell, my cabochons are not calibrated. These are, a lot of them are just free form. Some of them will have templates. Like this here is a template, but it's free form because I've changed the size on it, or I changed the profile or the shape of it on the fly because I see something I don't like, so I change it on the fly. But that's fine, it's how I do things. I have done a couple calibrated ones where they fit into a setting, a pre-made setting, such as a bow tie belt or a belt buckle. I prefer not to do that because if there's a bad spot in the rock, you're done. You have to stop that one and go to another rock in order to get it to fit into that pre-made piece of jewelry or belt buckle or bow tie or whatever. But that's just me. So now you've seen what I've been up to. I have probably another 100 or so sitting off here over to my side here. And that doesn't include any of my obsidian ones. And so I'll just do this here, pass this in front of you. Kind of quick. And then we got more up here. So we got more here. So that doesn't even include my obsidian ones. So I'm gonna let you guys go. While we're here at the temporary world headquarters of Jaws Junior Entertainment, also known as Crappy View Farms. Calm morning, light winds. It's pretty nice this morning. So just remember, everyone's life's an adventure. Then there's mine, showing off some of my finished stuff to you guys. This is the Adventures of Jaws Jr. Have a good one, everybody. See ya.